Good to go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Shifra Lefkowitz. I'm a Shaklee Master Coordinator in the OPA organization. And tonight is my privilege to be the host and the speaker of the OPA monthly call. I like January. January is a good time to be a host and a speaker. So when Rob Loomis sent me the email of what I think my topic and what kind of speaker I'm gonna have, I was kind of thinking like, we have Danelle Delgado every Wednesday. I mean, the cream of the crop. She is teaching and training like we've never had before. Fun, exciting, relatable, practical, action-oriented, every week, steps that obligate you to take action. I'm like, how can I follow that? Okay, so I don't know. The kickoff with different speakers and stuff. So that's on a separate. How about all the Mission Possible calls? We've had different master coordinators talking about all of the G's that Danelle teaches. I mean, how can I follow that? What am I going to come up with? Which speaker am I going to invite? So I got a little nervous, but you know what? Danelle taught me to build a strong foundation. And I went back here and I said, okay, these are my 90 truths. Okay, so I've learned to stand with a straighter back and kind of be more confident about what I can offer and bring to my team, to our fellow OPA community, and so on. So with that in mind, I decided to actually be the speaker of the call and just share from my heart. And I hope that you're going to be able to take away something tonight that's going to inspire you, that's going to help you to really be able to achieve your goals in 22. This is your time, okay? And if it was ever the time, it's all aligned. The health, the economy, people are searching for a way to earn money without a 9-to-5 job, and so on and so forth. So this is the year, and I hope I can inspire you to take the action, okay? It's about taking the course, making that commitment, finding joy in the journey. My topic that I chose to speak about today is when the journey is the goal. Kind of an interesting topic, okay? Here we're saying achieving your goals to 22, and then when the journey is the goal, and I'm gonna go into details about that, and you're gonna be able to take away some lessons. The joy is in the journey and who you will become. So when the journey is the goal, it's not only about the goal. It's about what you're going to become on the way, in the process, and how you're going to embrace that journey. That's what's important. Winners value the process of the day-to-day journey. Losers overvalue the destination, the reward, and undervalue the process, the work. Life is one exciting journey, and it's the day by day, action by action, activities and things that we do that create who we become in the process of achieving our goals. It's so much more fun when we don't stress about the journey, when we don't stress about the work, and we focus on the growth and on the experience that we're going to have while we're getting to our goals. Get the thrill in making it better, finding joy even in the most mundane, hard tasks. And then it really feels good. It feels good when you get there and you experience that task, that conference call, that meeting, that invite. It's not only the big goal. It's the small things that shape who we are and who we become in the process. And this is the beauty of the journey. I like to use the example of weight loss and comparison to the business model, because it's just so similar. Okay, just having a second. Okay, so my weight loss journey, okay, in May of 2015, this is how I looked. My weight was always a struggle, always something I needed to work on from when I was a young teenager. But at this point, at this time, it really felt like it was impossible. I've tried so many things and to no avail. I did not have success. It was too of a big commitment to take action again, and so many reasons why I couldn't do it, because I feared that the journey and the steps I will need to take might just lead me to another fail. I might just fail again. So I was worried and I was unmotivated. But when the right moment comes, with prayers to God to help me, I made a decision that even though it felt impossible, and I've done it so many times, and I'm still in the same place. Have you ever felt this way in your business? Like, you've said so many times you're going to do something and get to a goal. And then you find yourself 6 months later, 12 months later, in the same place again. But I'm telling you, this time it's going to be different. You know why? Because you're going to embrace the journey. You're going to embrace the hard things that are unpopular that you don't want to do. You're going to make a decision that you're not going to be connected to the results. You're going to be connected to the action steps that is required for you to do every single day. Not worrying about the results. Because many times if we worry about the results, we can't take the action. We keep pushing it off. So what happened? The pain overweighed all the excuses at that moment. Do you feel really bad or silly about where you are in your business when what we offer is what everyone needs, product or money or business or whatever it is? The more pain you feel by you not achieving the goals you wanted in the last 12 months or whatever amount of time, the more likely you're going to do the things that are not comfortable. I created a vision in my brain that one day I will be 100 pounds less than I'm now at that time. And I visualized how I'm going to look and how it's going to feel. And the feeling of success helped me overweigh the hard moments and the hard hours and the hard times. I believed in my heart and mind that I can achieve it beyond all odds. I became solution-oriented. It's a different focus. You can focus on the issues, okay? Like, oh, they did like the products, they didn't like the products, or someone said something negative to you that you didn't like, or someone didn't have the best experience, and you focus on those things. Or how about Amazon? Or any of the things that hits us every single day. There's competition or whatever it is. If you're solution oriented, I don't care about Amazon. I don't care about these kind of things. I care to give the best service to my customer so they never ever want to buy anywhere else. That's solution oriented. Focusing on the issues at hand and giving yourself grace. This is what Danelle teaches. I love that part. I love the part of giving myself grace for in the G's, because this really helps for a person to move on, to get rid of those negative thoughts that keep coming to mind of something that happened 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and you did something and it didn't work, and you're still there. Let go and be solution oriented. There's so many more people out there. If someone did something wrong to you, so many others are praying for what we have to offer. I committed to a new lifestyle. No matter what, this is what I'm going to follow. Did my research, did whatever I needed to do to figure out what would be my new lifestyle. And it doesn't matter what the results will be. I will persevere till I'll get the results. I embraced the journey, and I said, I will enjoy every day what I do so I can love it, so I don't get tired of it. We have a joke in our house because, we kind of all have to watch what we eat. And we have a joke between the kids, like, if you go on a diet, you can fall off the cliff. Like, if you go up the hill, you can fall down. We don't go on a diet. We change the way we look at food, and we change our lifestyle. How are you changing how you look at the activities of your business? Is it a burden or is it fun? Is it giving and caring? When I'm offering triple defense boost to a customer, I'm doing them a service. And if they're happy, I know they're going to tell me thank you. So why not? And if they say no, that's okay. Just embrace the journey. It's just so much easier, and it can help you move forward and be successful. Now, the good news or the bad news? I think it's good news, but some people might say that, they would like to get to that end goal. Like, I'll get to a place, I got to my goal, and it's over. I'm there. You know what? There's no such a thing. I have to focus. 2015, we're embracing 22. There isn't a day that doesn't go by when I have to focus on how I eat and my lifestyle. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to gain it back. So it's a continuous journey. And I just want to say that I'm grateful to God, and I'm grateful for being part of the Shaklee family and having these amazing Shaklee products, which provides tools for me to be able to continuously live the lifestyle that I set up for myself. And when you understand the value of your continuous small gains and achievements, you get more results. And I was so proud to be able to purchase a new gown to wear for my son's wedding. That was a size probably that I wore 30 years ago. So it didn't happen overnight. It happened through years. When you appreciate the journey, you can do it. Because we're not focused only on the end goal. The end goal will come if you embrace it. You need to focus even to maintain in your business. You can't lose sight of it any day. You need to stay in the game in order to you need to stay in the game in order to be successful. And success is resilience, constantly being able to withstand the temptations and go with it, no matter what. So this is my weight loss story, which is comparatively very similar to our business journey. I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna go back to our slideshow here. Sorry. Richard Brooks says it well. You are either successful or you learn something. There's no such thing as failure. And this helps you continue on your journey. So I am grateful for my Shaklee journey. My Shaklee journey, I'm not going to go into my whole long story, but basically I started my business. I became a consumer in June of 1991. In the left-hand corner is my oldest child. When I had an amazing product experience when nursing him, and then started to share the products just because I felt like other women can benefit from the Shaklee products. And as I was sharing with lots of people, I unintentionally started to build a foundation to my business. And in 1993, I committed to building a business and I became a director in 1994. And I just want to show you something. I went to the new directors convention in 1995. You can see the picture of me and my husband holding flowers, and we're at that convention. But an interesting point, we went up to 444 Marketplace, where Shaklee had their headquarters in San Francisco, not too far where we stayed in the Fairmount Hotel. And Shaklee showed us that this is the spot where you pin master coordinators. And I'm like, well, I would like to be a master coordinator one day. And me and my husband posed with a vision that one day I will become a master coordinator. Listen, I'm just a simple woman from Brooklyn, New York, with a big family and no special education. But I love helping people and I love giving the gift of what Shaklee has to offer. And that's what I did. And I did it long enough. And I embraced the journey. And in November of 2007, with God's help, we were pinned as masters in Pleasanton, California, and by Roger. Now, what is the message? Enjoy the journey and believe that you can achieve the goals, whatever it means for you. Make it visual, and you never know what's going to happen. I built my family and my business simultaneously, and these are my 8 children, thank God, before they were married, okay, when they were still all home. And I call myself the mom of 8 that built $1 million business. Not so common, because I was willing to do what most people aren't. And I was enjoying the journey. I was enjoying who I became in the process of it. You would tell me 25 years ago that I'll speak tonight in front of all of you, I probably would say, you know, you're lying. But this is who you become when you give away from yourself and you grow and you're willing to take this path. I'm really thankful for the flexibility of being able to do this business while I'm being a mother and a grandmother and attending to all the things in my community and my family and so on. I was able to stay home with my kids when they were small, okay? I'm able to earn money with dignity. Shackley deposits the check the 15th of the month with dignity. I have the ability to help people. I'm making a difference. Walking on the street the other day, meet my customer, she tells me, thank you for recommending Vitalized in Unity when I placed my Shackley order. It saved my family. I said, you're welcome. This is what I wake up for. This is what I live for, to give service and to serve people with good intentions so they can appreciate it. It's so purposeful. It's a pity if you're scared or nervous to do it. And then I'm grateful for being able to teach and empower women to do the things that sometimes they don't believe they can accomplish, but then they prove to themselves they could. So this is my gratitude for what Shackley provides for me and my family. And we've had the privilege to have bonus cars and you know, all the gifts that Shackley has to offer, and the trips and the support and the extras that Shackley was able to provide for me and my family. I'm grateful, and I get a little emotional when I talk about this. I'm grateful what Shackley provided this. Can I please have a shake? I want you to make the soda for me. I like the soda drink. This is a privilege, and I hope it inspires you to stay in the game. And if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the next generation so they can give it over and they can give it over. This is a privilege. Not all my friends and the people I know understand it and embrace it. And it's just a pity for them. They're losing out. Okay. I have a surprise for you. I'm going to stop the share. I have a special guest speaker that is going to share with you on this call. The guest speaker is my oldest daughter, and I invited her to share on this call some little tidbits and ideas that you would be able to learn from. Esther Suri Stark. She is a licensed coach, and she has gone through the learning experience of getting that title, and I'm so proud of her. Also, not the most popular thing to do, but we're willing to work hard. So my question to Esther Suri is this. What did you learn in the course of growing up and watching your mother of enjoying the journey and things that you're doing as I build the business, and how could you apply it to what you're doing in life? Welcome, Esther Suri. Okay, I
Hi,
unmuted
everyone.
you.
Hi, everyone. So there's for sure a lot that's inspired me, having a mom like Shifra. But specifically, when you think of when I think of the journey and the things that I've been doing, I think it's always setting an intention and not being fixed on the outcome. Like seeing that it's always important to keep to what do I want? Where do I want to get to? Constantly being full of passion um and how do you say it? Like, there's a need for fulfillment and for satisfaction. But if things don't work out, there's another route. There's gonna be another way that we can get to that same place. I think that's what inspires me a lot because it kind of helped me open up the opportunities without really knowing exactly where it's going to take me. Like just taking on a new challenge without even really can we know exactly what will come out of it, but it kind of gives me the inspiration to really take a step, set a goal that seems, maybe not right now attainable, but hopefully will take me to the next place. So yeah, I think of the metaphor like catching butterflies. You see those butterflies and you just grab them because it's an opportunity that excites me.
Wow. And how do you find joy in the work that you do? Sometimes it's hard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Esther Siri has 3 little yummy girls. You saw those blonde ones in my pictures. They're kind of fun.
So I believe that joy in the work is giving, being able to make a difference in other people's lives. And I think that's something we all resonate with. I think at least the people on this call is just really being able to make meaning of what you do and give of yourself in a way that not only the other person is benefiting, but like you're also growing and gaining from that experience, right? There's no rule that we have to live by that we need to do work that just, oh, it's such a drag. There can be joy in work, especially when you know that you're making a difference for other people. So that's really what, keeps me doing what I'm doing. And I think it's everything.
Wow. Wow. So clever. Such wise words. Any closing comments?
Any closing comments? Oh, there's so much to share, but I think that ultimately it comes down to what I say, the inner game. What's going through your mind in all the experiences that you do? How much do you believe that you can actually make a difference? How much do you believe that what you do is important? And I think that it's important to really stop and think. Like you kind of set this goal for yourself, and I do the same in my work. And then there's a part of your mind that says, never gonna happen, not gonna happen, right? And if you're ready to take an honest look at those limiting beliefs that you have, then you're able to get past that and be like, I want to take a step up. And how can I change what's going through my mind, and what am I believing about myself? We always have this quote I share with my clients that says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So this is a famous one out there. Sometimes we think that, oh, it's so fearful to be not good enough, but the real fear comes when we know that we can make such a difference and we have such power. We're sometimes a little afraid to own that. So, you've taken the step and you're here to make a difference. You can just step into that a little more. And if we believed it, there would be even more a possibility in front of our eyes. So yes, I see
Wow.
so many shining lights here.
Wow, that is a powerful quote. And oh yeah. Thank you so much, Esther Suri, for sharing. We really appreciate you joining us here tonight. And as a mother, I have to say I'm really proud of you. And watching you go after your dreams and doing things that you're doing, it's really inspiring. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that's another thing I learned. Courage. Go for your dreams. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Wow. It's like a beacon of light, huh? Okay, so we're going to move on here. And I'm going to share with you a couple of concepts that you can take away with you to help you in going forward. Okay. First, it's fun to be part of a mission. So if your team has a mission, great. If not, you create your own mission or your team mission. It just makes it more fun to be purposeful. And also, Danelle said that, like when you're faced with a challenge, you always have what to go back to and say, does this fit in with my mission? So the Sunshine Team, which is our team, mission is to empower women to self-care, to inspire them to live a healthier and better life, and teach others to do the same. There's a lot of depth and power to this. And this is what I live by, and this is what I give forward, and hopefully can inspire other women to do the same. Because you know what? Most women leave themselves for last, but our busy moms are for sure leaving themselves for last. So I provide permission to all of them that they deserve to self-care and to thrive in whichever area they like. And then we have our group goal that we want to impact 5,000 new people in 22 to live a healthier and better life. So this is empowering, makes the journey more exciting. Okay, so how do you make your decision? Now, Sister gave us some good ideas of how to make our decision, but you need to decide to take the journey. Raise your standards. Change your limiting beliefs, because you do deserve more. God wants to give you more. He just wants to see if you're willing to do the effort. Change your strategy in order to create lasting change. And people will act as a result of pain or pleasure. This is what Tony Robbins says, and it's true. So I hope you're pained enough about where you are that you're going to take the steps to make a real decision, and you're going to give yourself grace and just go for it. Okay, so now that you made your now that you want to make your decision, or you made your decision already with all your resolutions, make sure that you have it all written down. This is my goal board. This is just my little thing, but since Danelle taught us, we keep I keep writing my goals every single day in my workbook. Okay, think about it. What is your mission and goal? If you're not clear, how many people do you want to impact? How many people do you want to serve and make a difference? What kind of shackly lifestyle do you want? We have a healthy lifestyle as far as how we eat and how we show up. What is your lifestyle in business? What do you want? What do you want for yourself? Do you want to promote leaders grow, rank up, right? Now we have this new incentive to rank up. You want to increase your income. You want to earn a car bonus. You want to qualify for quarterly incentive. You want to qualify for a trip. How about a goal? How many people you're going to take along to the trip? What is it you want? And get excited about it. Get up and grow and refer to your goal sheet. And I'm sure you saw all the incentives. I'm not gonna go into it. It's online and it's in the kickoff. You can listen to it again. But there are rewards there, and embrace it and go for it. Commitment. Commitment is being a product of the product, doing the activities and what you put yourself out to do every day, and having a schedule. Do you have a Shaklee schedule? This is mine. Where is yours? If you don't have a schedule, you're probably not working. So it's very simple. Just take a piece of paper, write the days of the week, and commit to Shaklee time. And these become carved in stone as if it's my job. And it is my job because I love what I do. Okay. My daughter mentioned to live with courage and do the things that are hard to do. You know, it really sometimes takes a lot of courage to commit to do something. But one thing I can guarantee you, once you do it, you feel good. Hard work and getting out of your comfort zone really makes you feel good. That's what counts. That's the journey. To be courageous. I want to share a story with you, and make it quick, of where I use courage to help me grow my business. In 1996, I moved to a new house on Bedford Avenue. It's the street where the marathons run every November through New York City. And it was the first November I was living there. And I decided, brilliant. What if I set up some tables on the street and promoted Shaklee? Shaklee had Team Shaklee, sports nutrition, and there are thousands and thousands and maybe even millions of people that run. A few people will be able to recruit through this endeavor. You can see on the street, all my posters. I went out, I bought oak tags. I cut out from different catalogs and different places, all these announcements about Shaklee and sports nutrition. I hung it up across a whole long gate on the street. I set up a table with a cardboard in the front with more proclamations about how special Shaklee is. I mixed up big containers of performance drinks and energy products on the table. And I figured I'm going to offer performance and they're going to love it. This took hours to prepare. And just the thought of it got me nervous. I had 4 little kids. The oldest was 6 and the youngest was 1 year old. And how was I going to manage it? But I said, something has to let up in my business. I moved to this new house. I had a mortgage. My business was kind of not so strong. The income wasn't good enough. And I knew that I had to do something different, something that's going to shake it up. And I thought this was the solution. The morning, I prepared the signs at night, hung it up. And in the morning, I brought down the table with all the stuff, put my kids in the double carriage. It hadn't have been a cold November day. was really cold, bundled them up with blankets and stuff, and stood downstairs all excited to share my Shaklee inspiration. You can see the marathons running. I never ran a marathon, so I have no experience in this field. I had one big mistake. Marathon runners don't stop. They just run. I stood there for a few hours, offering performance drinks, singing a song, giving a message, and nobody stopped. I even had a raffle box with tickets so they can fill out their names. Nothing. To crying babies in my carriage, an exhausted mother with no results. Nobody even had the courtesy to stop and make me feel good. What do you think? I gathered all my signs, took up all the stuff, dragged everything upstairs, 2 flights up to my apartment, get my kids up, and I was deflated. And you know what that negative mind says? What were you thinking? This was courage. But you know what? God saw my effort. That month, I sponsored my next and first master coordinator, Malki Tauber, and I'm forever grateful. She was a master coordinator before me in 2001. I only became a master in 2007. I always say, sponsor people that are better than you. You're going to grow your business. The moral of the story is, put yourself out there, do things that are courageous, and it's going to feel good. And then your business will grow. Keep doing it. How do you stay focused? Keep your goals alive. Now it's easy. We write them every day. Get excited about it. You know what? It's interesting. After writing my goals every day for 2 months, I changed the dates. I'm like, I'm making a sooner date for the goal because like it's more real because there's action attached to it. Write down your 4 G's. Work on your foundation. Your truths and your values. It makes a world of a difference because it makes you show up confident about your mission, confident about what you're doing, regardless of what the end result will be. But expect the best. And learn there are always going to be disturbances. Just when you're getting right into it, someone is going to come and need something, want something. Aren't you amazed sometimes? Like we sponsored this new distributor, they're so excited and we're teaching them, we're training them, and then we don't hear from them. Call them up, what's doing? Oh, I took a 3rd job. I can't do the business now, maybe another time. Someone convinced them to take a job for a few dollars instead of building a residual income, a lifestyle, an empowerment. What a pity. Do you know what? We can't want it more for them. They want it for themselves. So we're going to work with those that want to work with us. But if you don't have them, don't stop looking till you find them. Don't get distracted by things that look almost the same. Sometimes it's going to camouflage you. Be on the alert. I have a funny story that happened to me a couple of months ago. I was with my husband and my son in a shopping center, and we went to buy food in the takeout store. And we got our food. We were kind of hungry. We were on the road for hours, and we were going to go back to the car and eat in the car. So as we're walking to the car, my husband says, he's going to drop into the supermarket to buy some drinks. I said, okay, going to go to the car and we're going to be there. And I guess he'll come with the drinks when he's ready. Fantastic. We go, we look for our Honda Pilot Silver. Me and my son, we sit into the car, I in the front seat, he in the back, and we open up our bags and we start eating. And after a couple of minutes, a guy, not my husband, walks up to the car and opens the driver's door. And he sees me sitting in there. He steps back and he shuts the door closed. And I tell my son, I don't know, what's going on here? 1 minute, something looks different here on the dashboard. He says, oh, my books aren't here. We're in the wrong car. I was so embarrassed. I started to collect my plates, my cups, my cutlery, my bags, my pocketbook as fast as I could, throw it into the bag and get out of the bag. By the time I did that, the guy had gone to check his license plate in the back to make sure it's his car. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, we sat into the wrong car. And then 3 cars down was my husband's car, and he's sitting in there with the drinks and wondering where we are. And I'm like, hey, what were you thinking? Maybe we got kidnapped or something. What's going on here? Sometimes 2 things look the same. Was the exact same car. It just wasn't ours. Be clear with your journey and your roadmap. Don't turn in the wrong crossroad. It's not going to take you to the destination that you want. Stay focused. One more concept. Don't let anyone steal your dreams. Because sometimes what we do is unpopular, people will make us feel doubtful. I don't believe this is what you do. I thought you would do something more, better. You eat brown rice when everybody is eating cake. Sometimes people can't handle that you understand your light. What did my daughter say? You understand your value and your light and your truths, and you're going after it. And they want to steal your dreams. Sometimes you can have missed opportunities that you can't come back to. Sometimes you won't get another chance. Hopefully you do. But sometimes if you didn't make a certain approach or you didn't talk to somebody, you're never going to meet them again. Might be a lost opportunity. Be courageous. Be brave. Don't be afraid. Fear is an illusion. It's just an illusion of an opportunity that you might miss. Act in the moment. People will possibly scare you or dissuade you to do things that you're really passionate about. But when you know where you're going and the direction and the value of the journey, you can't be distracted. You can't be dissuaded. And then people will respect you. I want to close with a story. This is a tribute to my grandmother. My paternal grandmother passed on this summer in July. My grandmother was my role model. My grandmother, her name was Miriam Gross. Her maiden name was Miriam Niederman. And she was a Holocaust survivor. She was 16 years old when she was deported to Auschwitz. Miraculously, she was put to the other side. She was already at the crematorium door, and someone came and pulled her over to the other side. She was in the labor camps in Auschwitz and saw the worst. A young girl, but she had courage. She was adaptable, and she had God with her every minute and every second. She was one of 1,500 girls that walked the death march. First for 2 weeks with the Germans on their side, and then for 2 weeks trying to find their way out of the forest. She was one of 15 girls that got to the end of the forest. The rest didn't. She was an example to us to live by. This is a picture of her once she was in the US in 1948. And she got married and in 1949. And my father was born in 1950. The picture on the right side, if you figured it out, is the picture of when she became a grandmother. I am the oldest grandchild, and I am the baby in the picture. I made her a grandmother, and we say a revenge in Hitler. She started her third generation. She was always telling us stories of courage we should be proud of, to pursue things that seem impossible. And she was my role model. The left picture is the bar mitzvah of my son, my oldest child, which was the oldest great-grandchild. Had the privilege to make the firsts for her. And this was the occasion. And she was always proud of me. I don't know if you can see, but I think I look like her. Now, the story I want to share is about a could have missed opportunity. We have celebrated many, many things with her over the years. Birthday parties, weddings, bar mitzvahs, engagements, and so on. Her birthday was coming up on January 28th. She was turning 95, and she has had 5 generations. And I decided, as the oldest grandchild, I was going to make an event that's going to be memorable. And I planned it intricately, invited everybody in the family, planned exactly how we're going to do it, ordered musicians, women that play the guitar and the keyboard, for them to entertain and sing to her. All was prepared, all was set, and something happened. I got a phone call the night before. Somebody in the family said, Shifra, it might be risky to make a party now. And he didn't know, with Shifra, there is no. If she decides to do something, it's going to happen. I said, with God's help, we will be celebrating the birthday tomorrow, and nobody can stop me. I can't even tell you what kind of an event this was. Those two women came and they played and they sang songs that she liked. And the tears were rolling for 1 hour. She was singing and crying and being grateful and telling us how proud she is of us and of how we make her happy and we care for her and how proud she's of her family and was worth everything. This was her message the entire time of the celebration. She was okay. God decided to take her back in July. But the memories that we have live on. Don't let missed opportunities flee you. Sometimes we have to be strong with our decision when we do something. There might be people that will want to come and stop us. What if I would have caved in and not done it? I would never forgive myself. We have an opportunity to impact people every single day. You know that if we don't approach them and they might have taken our help and then you can't help them anymore, it might be on your responsibility. If you offer and they decline, it's theirs. Don't be afraid. Embrace, have courage. Do what it takes to build this business and be successful. Do it for the goodness of other people, to serve and make a difference. If you knew you will succeed, what would your goal be? Write this down. If you knew you will succeed, what would your goal be? Thank you all for joining us here tonight and listening. I wish you all the best in achieving your goals this year and beyond. And I can't encourage you more than telling you, enjoy the journey, embrace it. It's worth it. It feels good to do the hard work. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, Shepard. Great job, kid.
Thank you, Ray.
I really enjoyed that.
I love your stories. You're
I
such
do
an
too.
inspiration.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would share stories.
Thank you. Thank you.
You and your
Okay.
daughter shared so beautifully from your heart. Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you all. Meet you at the top. It's a good place. Bye-bye.
All right. Good night, everyone.
See you there. Thank you.